Hey everyone, ever just sitting at home trying to relax and all of a sudden you hear these weird, mysterious noises coming from inside your walls? Yeah, you're not going crazy. Today, we're going to get to the bottom of why your condo sometimes sounds like it has a mind of its own.
You know what I'm talking about, right? That sudden thump, thump, thump after someone upstairs flushes their toilet? Or that weird gurgling sound from your kitchen sink, like some creature's about to pop out. It's the kind of thing that can seriously drive you nuts. And look, if this is happening to you, I promise you are definitely not alone. So many of us are living in condos and high-rises these days, and for a lot of us, these strange plumbing sounds have become, well, a really annoying part of our daily lives. In fact, get this. A study looked at condos in a busy place like Jaya and found that a whopping 70% of them have issues with gurgling drains. 70. That's a huge number, and it just goes to show how widespread this problem really is.
So this brings us to the big questions. What is actually causing all this noise? And more importantly, what can you do about it? All right, let's break it all down and find some answers.
Okay, first things first, let's put on our detective hats and figure out what's really going on. Understanding the why behind all of these sounds is the first step to actually fixing the problem.
So the most dramatic sound is something called water hammer. That's the loud bang you sometimes hear. Just picture it. Water is rushing super fast through the pipes, right? And when a tap is suddenly shut off, all that moving water has nowhere to go. It just slams to a stop, creating a shock wave that literally makes the pipes bang against the walls. It's not a ghost, I promise. It's just physics.
Now, take a look at this. This diagram shows a single stack system, which is super common in condos. Basically, all the wastewater from everyone's units goes down this one main pipe. For it to work smoothly, air needs to be able to move freely. But if the system can't breathe properly, air gets trapped, and that's what causes all those gurgles and whistles. The whole system is basically gasping for air.
And these numbers, wow, they really paint a picture, don't they? These are the top 3 complaints from that PJ study. Drainage gurgling is number 1, affecting 70% of condos. Water hammer, that loud banging, hits 60% of high-rises. And that annoying high-pitched whistling, that's happening in 45% of newer condos, usually because the water pressure is too high. Seeing this, it's so clear that this is a shared frustration for so many of us.
If this breakdown is giving you a clearer picture, hit like and subscribe so you'll always stay ahead on Malaysia's biggest issues.
Okay, so now that we know what's making all that racket, let's talk about what the law has to say. Because this isn't just about you being annoyed, there are actual rules out there to protect your right to some peace and quiet.
So the Department of Environment has set official sound level limits. For high-density places like our condos, the limit is 60 decibels during the day, and it drops to 50 at night. Now, to give you an idea, 60 decibels is about the level of a normal conversation. So if that plumbing noise is consistently louder than that, it's not just in your head. It's officially considered excessive noise.
And here is the really important part. Check this out. The Strata Management Act of 2013 clearly states that your building's management has a duty to ensure there is no nuisance. This is a huge deal. It means they can't just brush off your complaints about loud noises. They actually have a legal responsibility to look into it and help solve the problem.
All right, so you're armed with the science and you know the law. Let's get down to business with your action plan to finally get some peace and quiet back in your life.
Here's a simple 5-step game plan. Step 1, document everything. I mean everything. Keep a log with dates, times, and what kind of noise it is. If you can, record it on your phone. That's great evidence. Step 2, try talking to your neighbor. Seriously, sometimes a friendly chat is all it takes. They might not even know it's happening. Step 3, if that doesn't work, it's time to make it official. Send a formal written complaint to your building management with all the proof you've gathered. Step 4, you could try some simple DIY fixes, like wrapping exposed pipes with foam to cut down on vibrations. And finally, step 5, if all else fails, you can escalate it by filing a claim with the Strata Management Tribunal.
So let's just quickly compare the 2 main approaches here. A friendly chat is all about teamwork, right? You're trying to solve the problem together and, stay on good terms with your neighbor. But a formal report? That's different. The goal there is to get the management to take official action. This is the way to go when talking doesn't work, or if the problem is with a common pipe, which is the management's responsibility to fix anyway. Thanks for watching. Join thousands of Malaysians who want clarity, not confusion. Tap like, hit subscribe, and let's keep making sense of this together. So,
Let me just leave you with this one final thought. As more and more of us live stacked on top of each other in these vertical cities, it really makes you think, doesn't it? Maybe being a good neighbor isn't just about saying hello in the lift. Maybe a good neighbor is one you can barely even hear. What do you guys think?